Hello guys, we are back with an extremely large product. Hope everyone had a good Christmas. We are finally opening this Pokemon Trading Card Game Classic. And honestly, while I do kind of know what it is, I don't know the cards exactly. So, we are in a new location because, let me tell you, this box is massive. I suppose there's my hand for scale, even though I don't think that works too well for a scale. But anyway, there you go. I'm gonna end up pausing the video and I'm gonna cut into this, but I wanted to show you guys the whole thing first, and I'm actually gonna stand up here to give you guys a full 360 at it. Hopefully it works out all right. I tell you, there's a ton of weight. And this here is a look at the back. Of course, you can see my reflection in it. It's so sparkly and shiny. This is a $400 product, so it's not at all cheap. So we are going to enjoy opening this. There's no packs on the inside, but there are reprints and tons of cards as one of my lights is about to fall. But yep, I will see you guys in a second with it opened. All right, wow, what a large box this is. We are gonna try to open this up as best I can on camera here, but man, this is absolutely massive. I'm gonna stand up here. There's even a handle for some reason. Hopefully it's in view for this whole box. I will say, the outer box is very much just cardboard colored black. It is not the type of thing you'd expect for $400, but I believe the inside here is where the actual box is. I'm gonna try to not ruin anything. Here is a small box. I believe that actually might be where the cards are. So we'll look at that in a moment. And then, here we go. We can actually move the outer box and reveal another box. And this is what has the handle on it, actually. And you can see Classic down there, the name of the product. And actually, look at that. This is just a sleeve. So, let's remove the sleeve, and then we have the full play mat, I guess, even though it's more of a box play mat. Let's see if we open it up backwards. It reveals another box. Maybe this actually has the cards, I think, and our 3 decks. Again, hopefully this is coming out on camera. Okay, we have there's nothing in the decks right now, but we have our Water, Fire, and Grass. Again, we'll set those down, and then you can see it fits inside there to travel with. We have a full-on play mat, play box, whatever you want to call it, you can use. So, pretty cool, but that is not what we're doing. We're not actually playing with the product today. We just want to take a look at it. So, let's put all those smaller things we got back on here. The only reason it is so big is because of that box and whatnot, so maybe we'll set that in for the background, although that might be too much work at this point. We'll put our decks back here for now, and I guess we can start with this one. Alright, so here we go. Take off the top, and this, like I was expecting, is just going to include all of our damage and poison and burn markers. And they're fancy, of course. I don't know why they honestly made them like this. Poison, burn, damage, and then for some reason there's this center area with 2 marbles basically to do something. I don't know, I'm assuming there's something that is useful for, but I would not know. And then our last product here, finally, is going to include our actual decks of cards. So if you have not heard, this Pokemon Classic, which is $400 again, very pricey, although they are reprinting it. They have been reprinting it, so it is actually obtainable for pretty much everyone, even for about $350 in most places. Best Buy was even selling it on sale. But this is a very expensive set of 3 decks of reprinted cards just for nostalgic sake and to have people play with the classic cards, and there you go. If you're a longtime player of the Pokemon trading card game, you may notice that some older cards have been updated for Pokemon TCG Classic. Be sure to read these cards carefully for possible changes. And there we go, not for official tournaments. Except for basic energy cards. Okay, so I suppose if there's fancy energy cards, those are able to be used in legal play. Alright, so looks like I actually didn't realize this, but there are deck sleeves as well. We'll set that box off to the side. We have sleeve number 1, sleeve number 2, and they're white, gray, and black basically, and sleeve number 3. And then we have a Suicune EX deck, a Lugia EX deck, and a Ho-Oh EX deck. And you will see down here, CLC Classic something something or whatever is the name of the set. It is a totally new set. It is not part of any other promo or standardized set, but we will take a look at these here and see all of them that are included. Hopefully the lighting is okay here as we're on a little different area to be able to record this massive box. I'm gonna try to be careful with these. I already have tons of black cardboard on my hands from the box falling apart. But yeah, these are, we can look through here. They are very colorful and very awesome cards. I'm probably gonna end up putting them in the sleeves that they provide, or some other sleeves at least, so that they are safe. I'm not gonna store these in a binder, I don't think. I'm gonna keep them in the decks, but I wanna for sure sleeve them up and probably double sleeve them. But let's go through them and see what we got. We got a Ho-Oh EX, and then look at this fire. This is, I'm not the base set, but more of a Neo-style fire energy, I believe. Hopefully all of these are in good condition. They so far appear to be fairly decent centering. We have a more fire type energy. We'll just, of course, there I go ahead and drop it. Not what you want to do. I'll carefully pick it up, seems to be okay. Then we have our lightning energies. More fire energy. I suppose there's probably 18 energy cards, just like you would expect in a normal set that gets released. Now here we go to some old cards, and gotta say, these are pretty cool. We got a Clefable Hollow, I believe from Jungle. Forgive me, I am not gonna know all of these cards, what set they're from and whatnot, but you can see 2023 down there. Crazy artwork, or not artwork, but holofoil. Double colorless energy. I'm gonna go through these a little quicker now, but you can definitely pause the video and take a closer look at them. Computer Search, Bill from a Heart Gold Soul Silver set. Actually 4 Bill it looks like. Then we have Professor Oak, and that would be from base set. It'll take a little while to sleeve all these afterwards. We got a Charmander, Charmeleon, Computer Search, Pokeball, that's I think a Sun and Moon Pokeball, Rocket's Admin, which was just in Celebrations. We got Switch, which is the new style of card from Scarlet and Violet. And we have Ultra Ball, that also might be from Sun and Moon. And there we go, there's a big guy. We got a Charizard. Not sure why it wasn't after the Charmeleon, but here we go. Front looks good. I'm gonna set that off in the corner. We'll look at the back in a moment. Then we have Ponyta and Rapidash. Magmar, definitely don't know what set that's from. That artwork does not look familiar. Here we got a Pikachu. Sadly just one. Then we have Raichu, Voltorb, Electrode, Zapdos, Clefairy, Dunsparce, Stantler. Man, these are cool. I'm trying to see if there's a print line on that one. I don't think there was. Miltank. We got Boss's Orders from Rebel Clash, Pokemon Fan Club, Rare Candy, I think Sun and Moon as well, Sparkling Troll. This might be, I'm trying to think what set this is. This is a Scarlet Violet card, but I don't recall seeing that anywhere. Super Rod, I think that's a breakthrough. Super Scoop Up, VS Seeker would be the final card. actually looks to be pretty good on the back. And this would be from Phantom Forces. So, I do have some sleeves here. I'm not going to sleeve them all at the moment, but I will go ahead and sleeve this Charizard as we take a little bit of a closer look at it. Again, doesn't seem to be any print lines or major imperfections that I can see off the bat. Little off on centering, but it is not excessive. And now looking at the corners, there's maybe a white dot on the top of each of the corners, but again, not too bad. So very happy. We got a very nice Charizard. Have not seen this artwork in person in a while. I'll set that off. Actually, I'll set it right up there. And then gently make our deck pile on top of it. I'm gonna definitely, right after I'm finished recording, get some, I think, perfect fit sleeves and cover or sleeve every card in addition to putting them on in the decks themselves. So here we go with deck number 2. This is Lugia EX. Again, here is a look at the bottom. CLV, classic something something. Again, don't know what they stand for, but there are 34 cards in each deck. That does not include the doubles and energy cards, or at least doubles of the energy cards, which would total 60 total for a standardized deck. Lugia. Then we have our grass energy. I definitely do appreciate the holofoil craziness in this product with it being so expensive. I bet they could have and should have released it for more like $250 or $300 a box. But I'm sure they were looking at dollar signs and really figured they might as well sell it for $400 because they know people like me were going to buy it. Another VS Seeker and Super Rod. Ooh, again, Sunseed. Don't know why we have this full holo artwork when I have not seen it in a Scarlet and Violet set. Ooh, cool Onyx. Bill again, probably 4 of them. Bulbasaur is in this one. Ivysaur. Looks like 2 of each of those again, which means Venusaur should be coming up. We got Pokeball, Professor Oak, times a few. Trying to be fairly gentle with these cards since I am not sleeving them right away, but I'm sure there will inevitably be a few scratches on them after doing this. But that's alright. We got a Venusaur. I'm not planning on grading them. We got number 3 out of 34 for this deck. The big guy himself. I actually was not sure. Ooh, cool Paris. Was not sure if every single, or all 3 starters, Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur and their evolutions were going to be in this set, but it appears they are. Just because I knew they were Lugia, Suicune, and Ho-Oh were the primary ones on the box you could see, but they do have Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise. Cool Dodrio. And again, this is an artwork I do not recognize, but I'm guessing a black and white set. Heart Gold, Soul Silver Dodrio. Ooh, a base set Chansey, which actually no print lines on top, so that's pretty cool. Snorlax, again, from Rebel Clash, I think. Also with Boss's Orders, Fan Club, and Pokemon Nurse. From one of the Gen 3 sets. Alright. Set that one there, and we will go ahead and also sleeve up the Venusaur. There we go. Might as well put the Charizard on top of the deck. And then we will continue on with our final one. Definitely a longer video than I anticipated, as there's no packs to open, but just got to go through all these artworks and take a look at the gorgeous printing, especially after spending such a hefty price on it. I did buy this, I should say, as we have our Suicune here. Here's a look at the deck and symbol. On the bottom, I will say, though, I got this for only about $320 or so from Smoke and Mirrors Hobby, so shout out to them. This was like 2 months ago now, since it's not a new product anymore, but I was not able to open it right away. But shout out to them for providing it for such a good price. We got Psychic Energy, and then ooh, we got a base set Mewtwo Holo. cool to see that in holo since it was not holo in the evolution set. More build. More Professor Oak. Seems like both those guys were in both of the sets. Ooh, that one. Hopefully that one. I think there's a pretty big print line right in the center of that one. Unless that's just the artwork missing. There we go. We've got a Squirtle ×2, a War Turtle ×2, Pro or Computer Search. Pokeball coming to the tail end now. Rocket's Admin, seeing a lot of the same supporter cards and trainers. Ultra Ball, double colorless energy. And there we go. The big guy himself, Blastoise. The third and final starter we'll be looking at today. Starmie, Gyarados. Definitely some cool artworks that I have not seen before. Articuno from Fossil, I believe. Drowsy, Hypno. Oh, and there we go. This is actually I do know this card, Mr. Mime. I believe this is a vending series card from Japan that it has never been printed in English before. So there you go. You're seeing an exclusive one of those. I will sleeve that one too right away. Kangaskhan, I suppose if I put him in a penny sleeve, I might just have to remove them if I end up putting them in these other sleeves, but that's all right. Drops in the Ocean, again, such a cool card. I wonder if they printed some of these specific cards just for this product, because I've never seen that card before. Fisherman from Breakthrough, Fan Club, Rare Candy, Super Rod, VS Seeker to end it. So there we go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's end up sleeving our last two cards here before we end the video. Mr. Mime is definitely a bit off-center, unfortunately. But again, that's alright. Not planning on doing anything really with the cards. And then we've got our Blastoise. And of course, we already had our Venusaur and Charizard. Cool product, worth $400? Eh, probably not, unless you have a lot of extra money to spend. But still, very cool. Maybe buy the single 2 or 3 cards you want from this if you do have some you want. I imagine the supporter cards and items and energies are not going to be extremely expensive, maybe just a few dollars a card, as long as you're not getting anything like the starters or other Pokemon. Thank you guys for watching. This was a long video. I will see you tomorrow with another video. Merry Christmas. Once again, we are heading for the new year. I will see you then.